Shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Achakodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Hopefully this lesson will be edifying. And just as I forementioned in the previous video, this will be a continuation. Okay? Because of lack of time, I had to cut the last video short. So going back to Mark 4, and I'll read verse 20 pertaining to the hopeful elect, well, the elect, okay, that have their mind, aka the good ground, which produce fruits unto everlasting life, fruits meet for repentance. It says here in Mark 4:20, and these are they which are sown on good grounds, again meaning their minds are fertile and conducive to not only, as it says, hear the word, but also receive it. Such as hear the word and receive it and bring forth fruit, some 30-fold, some 60, and some 100. So there's level, just to show again the balance, knowing that there's levels. Okay, not everyone's at the same level. Okay, but as long as you're in the truth, as long as you're in the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you'll receive your penny. Okay, you'll receive salvation. That's the ultimate end goal, to receive those crowns, to be delivered out of wrath, to be partakers of the marriage of the Lamb. Okay, to be partakers. That's the greatest honor that you can have on this side. Being able to say that you overcame the world through your faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay. Verse 21, and he said unto them, is a candle brought to be put under a bushel or under a bed, and not to be set on the candlestick? Okay, so you have this knowledge. Are you not to show it forth to the world? Okay, what's the difference between the good ground and the rest? Okay, they were two. All of them received the word. All of them heard the word. Okay, but not everyone was able to put in the effort in the ministry, put his hands to the plow. Okay, put his hands to the plow and finish. Okay, because following after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai it means to endure. It means to suffer in order to obtain glory. Okay, pain before the glory. Okay, as they say in the world, no pain, no gain. Okay, and again, these people are not willing to go through the affliction, to go through the suffering, to go through the trials and tribulation, to obtain that righteous reward. Okay, so in order, so that is why they end up falling out of the truth. They become disenchanted. Okay, so it says here, there's a precept that says, let your works be seen. Light. Is it light? No. Seen. We'll use light. No. Bear with me. No. What is it? Let your works be done in the light. Deeds. Let your lights shine. Okay, light shine. Salakia. Here you go. Here you go. Matthew's 5. And I'll start at 14. Ye are the light of the world. Speaking of the hopeful elect, speaking of those that will ultimately overcome the world. Okay, they are the light of the world. Why are they the light of the world? Because the Lord is dealing with them. Okay, they have conformed the ways not to the ways of the world, but by they renewed their minds according to the will of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Okay, they became new creatures in Hamashiach. Okay, as it says, the earth is in darkness and the people are in gross darkness, but the light of the Lord shall rise upon thee, upon those that were selected. Okay, and that light represents this knowledge, this truth, this understanding that we have in this earthen vessel, okay, which is these bodies of flesh. A city that is set on the hill cannot be hid. Once you have this knowledge, even if you wanted to hide it, it gives you a certain glow. It says, wisdom maketh the face of a man to shine. You cannot hide it. Okay, the joy that comes from knowing that you're Israelite, that the kingdom is for you, the joy that comes from the gospel. Okay, it's a different kind of spirit that emanates from the true and faithful believers of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. It cannot be hid. Okay, the austereness. Okay, the as it says, pertaining to the men of David, they were as a she-bear robbed of her whelps. Okay, so we have that face, like even in our joy, it says even in the joy the heart is sorrowful. Okay, so even in our joy we still have that austereness in us. Okay, that seriousness. Okay, so that in a sense pushes away the world. The world realizes, oh, these guys are not down with that song, down with the sickness. They're not down with the wickedness. Okay, so there's a difference. They can sense it. It's a spiritual thing. Even if you try to hide your righteousness, eventually they're gonna see it. They're gonna feel it. That you're not with wickedness. That you're not walking in darkness as the rest of the world. Okay, as it says, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it give it light unto all that are in the house. So you having this truth, as it says, go ye in the highways and byways. Okay, preach this word, and that was the mission that we're on at the moment, man. As it says, to bring forth the end of this kingdom. Okay, the gospel has to be preached in the four corners of the earth until the time that the Lord removes his prophets from the scene. Okay, until the time of the famine of the word. Okay, so now this light is being set up so that it may give light unto the life and light unto the house. Okay, you see, so again, let your light shine before men. Okay, this understanding, this wisdom. It says it's better to hide your folly than to hide your wisdom. Okay, so when you have the ability to do so, bring forth, show forth your wisdom, your knowledge, in the sight of, in the end, as it says, that they may see your good works. So again, it's for good works. It's not for evil work, because the knowledge of wickedness is not knowledge. It's not wisdom. Okay, so it's to see your good works, your works the works meet unto repentance, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So by, in a sense, as it says, as they do unto you, they did unto me. So just the fact that they might not even know Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, but the fact that they're acknowledging the wisdom that you have, they're acknowledging Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, because he's the one that gave you that knowledge. He's the one that opened your eyes. He's the one that changed you. So all glory goes back to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Just as Yahweh Shai, when he was on the earth, he wasn't claiming the glory for himself. Everything that, all the glory, he gave it unto the Father. You see? And likewise, we do the same. We give it unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, that he has chosen us out of the world and cleansed us through his word and allowed us to walk in the path of righteousness. Okay? So going back to Mark 4, and it reads, here we go. So again, verse 21, and he said unto them, is a candle brought to be under a bushel or under a bed, and not to be set on the candlestick? For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifest, neither was anything kept secret, but it shall come abroad, because everything has to come to light. It says that the Lord will come and judge all flesh, all works, whether they be good or whether they be evil. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, I believe. Okay, 12 and 13 or 12 and 14. Okay, and it reads, so again, nothing can be hid. Your righteousness eventually has to be shown. If you are the son, if you are followers of Yahweh Shai, it's gonna have to be made manifest. If you're followers of the world, it's gonna have to be made manifest. And again, by your decisions, by your actions, by your works, the tree is known by its fruits. Okay, so again, when the time comes, pertaining to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, okay, the microchip, okay, when you take it, whether you take it or you don't take it, that's the decisions that's gonna declare on which side you are, whether you are in the world to save your life, okay, or whether you lose your life for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for the kingdom to come. Okay, so again, verse 23, if any man have an ear, let him hear. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. And he said unto them, take heed what ye hear. Okay, take heed to the doctrine that you take heed to. Okay, pay attention, that you pay close attention that what you're ingesting, what you are consuming, is the right and correct doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because there's only one way that leads back to life. Okay, you don't want to be led astray. Okay, with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured unto you, and unto you that hear shall be more given. And unto you that hear shall be more given, shall more be given. So again, by the same measure you meet, that's what's going to be measured unto you. Do you tell people not to commit adultery and you turn around and do such things? If you are you a hypocrite? Okay, the Lord is not dealing with hypocrites. Are you telling people to keep the law, but you turn around and become and you're a whole demon after you shut down the video? Okay, are you resisting the flesh, or are you giving onto your the desires? Okay, your worldly, your fleshy desires. Are you seeking to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in truth and sincerity, or you're cutting corners? Okay, you see. At the end, and again, by the measure that you meet is what's going to be measured unto you. Okay, so again, the Lord doesn't deal with hypocrites, and you're gonna end up being judged. Okay, because of if you have that mentality, if you're moving according to that mindset. Okay, the Lord is gonna recompense you according to your deeds and according to your words. Okay. Oh damn, because it's a lot. Okay, so let's go. And it says, I might have to do another. I might have to cut this video again. Oh, okay, I see what I'm gonna do. It says here, for he had given, for he that had, to him shall be given, and he that had not, from him shall be taken even that which he had. Okay, so if you have this knowledge and understanding, you're gonna increase. Okay, you're gonna, as it says, the fruits that you bring forth shall remain in you. Okay, but if you don't have this knowledge, everything that you have will be taken from you. Okay, so again, the foolishness of taking the microchip and bowing down to this wicked kingdom is that at the end of the day, if you side with this wicked kingdom, you're gonna lose everything. Okay, you might think that taking the microchip and being a part of this wicked kingdom, being able to buy and sell, not suffering for a little while, okay, might be beneficial. But at the end of the day, by doing so, by taking the microchip, you're gonna become you will pronounce yourself as an enemy of the Most High, the Creator, okay, the one that orchestrated life itself, okay, and there's gonna be a great judgment waiting upon you, okay. You see, so everything that you fought for, that's in the world, you're gonna end up losing it because you made the wrong decision. You sided with the devil rather than with the Lord. Okay, and he said, so is the kingdom of the Most High, as if a man should cast seed into the ground, and you should sleep and rise at night and day, and the seed should spring up and grow up, and he know it not how. Okay, so again, it's of the Lord. Okay, bringing it back to the parable of the sower. Okay, the increase comes from the Lord. Okay, you might Paul planted, Apollos watered, but the Lord giveth the increase. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so whatever you do, it's not of you. you sow the seed. Okay, you're planting seed. But if the Lord doesn't want that person to come into the truth, to come near unto him, if the Lord has rejected him, you cannot fix it. Who can make something crooked? If the Lord made something crooked, who can make it straight? Roughly paraphrasing. Okay. For the earth bringeth forth her fruits of herself, first the blade, then the ear, and after that the full corn of ear. So again, pertaining to the steps. First, just as you come into the truth as a babe, and then you have to desire the sincere milk. Okay, the basics, and then once you're old enough to sustain the deeper knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, you get into it. But everything in due process. Okay. But when the fruit is brought forth, immediately it put it in the sickle, because the harvest is come. And he said, wherefore shall he liken the kingdom of the Most High? Or with what comparison shall he compare it? It is like a grain of mustard seed, which, when it is sown in the earth, is less than all the seed that are in the earth. But when it is sown, okay, it groweth up, and becometh greater than all herbs, and shooteth up great branches, so that the fowls of the air may lodge under the shadow of it. Okay, because again, this truth starts with faith. Okay, it starts off with faith, but off that faith, it will lead you to life everlasting, great riches, great honor. Okay, and all the other benefits that come with following Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, that come with the kingdom of heaven. Okay, you see, joy forevermore. Okay, I can't even. There's no words. Paul said it himself. There's no words. There's no words in the dictionary to define how majestic and wonderful the kingdom of heaven is. Okay, and it's going to be established on the earth. Okay, as it says, let your will be done as it is in heaven. Let your will be done on earth as it is done in heaven. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so yes, it seems it starts small. Okay, the faith, this truth, this grain. Okay, it starts as an idea. Okay, but soon, in the times that we're in, the times that are coming to us, okay, this idea will become reality. Okay, it's gonna become a fact. Okay, and you won't be able to deny it. Okay, the prophecies are coming to pass. If they tarry, lo, wait for them, because they will not tarry. Surely they will come to pass. Okay, so I'll end it here, because basically, yeah, basically now it goes into something else. So pertaining to the parable of the sower, it's a basic parable, and you have to understand that first and foremost, the Lord is in control of each individual's growth, each individual's path, whether they come to the truth. Okay, either they come to the Lord in the complete understanding of His gospel, or whether they end up being rejected. Even if they have their hands on the plow, eventually, if the Lord has not selected them, eventually they will leave, as it says, so that it may be manifest that they were not a part of us. Because if they were of us, they would have continued until the end. Okay, because the elect they will endure unto the end. It says they love not their lives even unto death. Okay, that's the mindset that the elect have. They are willing to lose their life, just as Yahweh Shai lost his life for us, but he gained it again. It says that no man can take his life, but he laid it down of himself because of his obedience unto Yahweh. Okay, and we have to have the same mindset. Okay, in our servitude of Yahweh Hashem Shai, we have to be willing to sacrifice ourselves to obtain to first of all serve the Lord, and to obtain a greater reward than what this earth can provide. All right, so I'm gonna end it here. Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next lesson, shalom, 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 Shabbat shalom, shalom.